Shalom and welcome to Students of Torah. This year is entitled "The Taste of Eternity" at Merahim or Shavuot night. Baruch Hashem, the Beis Medrash filled up with people learning, men and women, various classes throughout the night, Chavutot, Shiurim, Chaburot. Our Zohar also to give Shiurim throughout the night. We, in our little corner of the shul, we have 6 Shiurim, one from each of the Siddharim, one from Zerah, Mo'i, Nashim, Zikin, Kachim, Taharot, and just to relive our precious few hours that we had on Shavuot night, give at least tamtzit, one idea from each of the Siddharim. In Zerah, we learned in Masechet Brachot about Shechianu, and there's a lot of famous halachot about Shechianu. One not so well known is, and the Be'er Halacha quotes it in Or Chaim Chav Bet, that there are those that say that Shechianu is said every time a person does a new mitzvah the first time. Each time he does a mitzvah the first time, say Shechianu. A woman gets married, she goes to the mikveh the first time. A man gets married, his new mitzvah. A boy, the first day he does his tefillin. And it's such a beautiful concept. Ben Ish Chai goes a step further on the bar mitzvah night. He said, say Shechianu, that I reached the gil, the age of bar mitzvah. L'maisa, we practically do not paskin this way. And a person wants to try to say Shechianu when he has a new mitzvah, she has a new mitzvah, have to go get a new fruit, a new garment, and be yotzei that way. In Moed, we talked about Gemara Psachim, Shema Bani Musa V'yat Toshter Imecha. They have to keep your failing high. You don't just change your tefillah around, you don't change your nusach around, you don't change your havarah, the way you speak, you follow your tradition. We saw some posts going to say, well, what if you don't have a tradition? The family went off the path for a generation or 2 or 3. Many poskim say that your Musar Vicha goes back. You're a Lithuanian Jew from Kovna, then that's your tradition. You lost it for a couple of generations, but that is your tradition. That's what you should go back to. What happens, a person moves to a new country, moves to Israel, his kids are in a certain school, and they have a different tefillah, different nusach, a different havarah. So each case, the person has to talk to one's posek. In Nashim, we saw the Gemara in Sota, which talks about a woman is a Sota, and the man sees what's going on, and he witnesses this, and he says, I'm going to be a Nazir. So the Tosfos in Bar Kama says, well, is this good, is this bad? Normally we say Nazir has to bring a chatat, a korban. So Tosfos has an unbelievable answer. He says, even when the person is a Nazir for good reason, like by Sota, and he wants to run away from that, says it's a chay, but the mitzvah, gedola mehaverah. The mitzvah is greater than the sin, and it's a rare phenomenon where the Torah and the Chazal are allowing a person to do something which is partially wrong, but the benefit outweighs the negativity, and so too Tanit. A person has a horrible dream Friday night, and he said, I don't know what's going to be. It sounds like something, an evil decree against me. And he has a Tanit Saturday on Shabbos, Tanit Chalom. But that's wrong to have a Tanit on Shabbat. And the other, he wants to remove the evil decree. And then what does he do? He had Sunday, he fasted during the week, he fasted again to make up for the Tanit that he had on Shabbat. So it's an Aveira, but the mitzvah outweighs it. Fantastic concept. In the Zikin, we saw the Gemara about Batra Kuf Haftet, which talks about Tokli Dibur. We always think in davening, if I say Akel Kadosh and I say Tshuva, I quickly retract. I say Amelech Kadosh, if I do it within a second or two, it's fine. Is that all over the Torah? Anytime I make a statement, if I retract in 2 seconds, it's fine? It's as if it's undone? So the Gemara says case by case. In Kedushin, if I say to a woman, I give her the ring, oh no, I retract, too late. But God forbid, I curse out God, I take it back, too late. Have to know case by case when Tokei Dibur I retract, the retraction is accepted, and when it's not. In Kodshim, we said the Gemara Menachot, about Tefillin, the Gemara in Tefillin, by Menachot says about Tefillin, that when you put on the Shal Yad, and you put on the Shal Rosh, you put on the Shal Yad to make a bracha, imsach, and if you talk in between the Shal Yad before you put on the Shal Rosh, you make another bracha. So does that mean there's no bracha for the Shal Rosh? Only you say a bracha on the Shal Rosh if you had interruption? Well, no, there's always a bracha on the Shal Yad, always a bracha on the Shal Rosh, but there would be an additional one if you spoke. Different ways to learn the Gemara, and that's why we have a minhag. Ashkenaz and Sfarim, 2 different traditions. The Sfarim only say 1 bracha and that's it, unless they speak in between by accident. And Ashkenazim, we always say 2 brachot, Laniach Tefillin, Mitzvah Tefillin, and then we have that famous compromise of the Ramah, that he says you say the bracha, but you say Baruch Shem Kavod Malchut Olam, but in case it's Levatala, that has to be analyzed. If you're really afraid the bracha is in vain, how would you say Baruch Shem? That needs to be looked into more. Finally, in Taharot, in the Gemara Nida, we talked about Tahara, and back in the days of the Mikdash, a woman eats truma, a single woman, she'd go to the mikvah, and she would be shomeret halachot of tahara. Then, hundreds of years ago, the Rivash came along and said, single women don't go to the mikvah anymore. Why would they go to the mikvah? They're not going for truma, taharot, they're not going to the mikdash, they're not being korbanos. So the only reason they're going to the mikvah is for, unfortunately, foul play with a boyfriend, and therefore the minhag is not to go. An amazing question comes up. What about those people who go to Har Bayit? Can a woman go? No. She can't go to the mikvah. There is a minhag not to go to the mikvah. Wait a second, not so simple. The Mishnah Berurah in Taf Reish Vav, Hilchos Yom Kippur, what does he say? He says that men go to the mikvah on Erev Yom Kippur, and women and girls. Betulot, he says. So if that's the case, so wait a second. So it's not such a ironclad minhag of the Rivash not to go. So some say, no. Stei Chemed says that the minhag is not to go. Not on Yom Kippur, never. Only a married woman goes, period. And therefore, there's be no heta necessarily for Har Bayit. Some want to say the heta to go on Yom Kippur for a single woman, and Erev Yom Kippur for a single woman, is because she's not really going through it. She just goes in, she goes out. She's not doing a real badika, hefsek tahara, shiva nakim. She's not going through the full process, and therefore, it's not like she's really going to mikvah, and no one's going to confuse this like, a single girl is going to go to mikvah and help you with a boyfriend. Because it's so obvious that going to mikvah and Erev Yom Kippur is a symbolic act. So if that's the case, maybe then you cannot learn and apply this to Har Bayit, because that's a full tahara process, and then that's what the minhag is, to abstain exactly from that. But according to Maram Shik, he says, no, why could they go on Yom Kippur? Because there's a siba. There's a reason to go. And we don't want a single woman going for no reason, because then what's going on? But if she has a siba, like the process of tshuva, going to mikvah, and going to the mikvah as a sign of tshuva before Yom Kippur, well, wait a second, what about if you hold that it's a mitzvah to go to Har Bayit? That's a very good siba. Then according to that, there may be room to go up. So that's just, of course, a tip of the iceberg. There's so much more that needs to be looked into. All the sugyot and all the topics, and especially this last topic as well. The Kabbalah Torah that we had this past day of Shavuot should have a major impact. We should carry through the whole year. Shalom.